Okay, I just wanted to make a quick little update video because some of the last things I said about posting going forward was that, like, since I was still doing really well and decent with my recovery, that things would be getting more onto like a regular posting schedule. Of course, you know, like that's not what it's going to be, unfortunately, because what I found out, like I've been knowing it for a little bit, was that my grandmother, she's like 94 girl, she got her official cancer diagnosis, and I had been waiting to hear whether this was going to be kind of a long drawn out transition process or whether it was going to be quick. And on Thursday, what I had heard was that, you know, she had to like go into the emergency room. She's in ICU right now. And that like what I was hearing was that like probably she wasn't going to make it past like she wasn't going to make it to Mother's Day. Okay. And so it was just kind of like things like started moving really quickly. And now things have slowed down a little bit because apparently she's relatively stabilized now. She had like a clot in her lung, and like the lung had partially collapsed, and that's why she had, you know, she was in the ICU. I think she's still there. I don't have like all of the information yet because I'm getting it through other family members because I'm not the one yet who has to travel up there. That is happening with my mom. She is going up there right now because my grandmother is actually in another state. And so my mom is the one who is going to be traveling there to stay with them like throughout the, like it's for the duration, okay? And I just don't know. Again, I'm kind of in limbo about, is it sooner or like is it going to be later? Supposedly I'm going to have more information on that. On Monday, we should have more of a prognosis, but like things are just up in the air again. And this time it's an actual close family member. So like I'm gonna have to be potentially like more involved with like planning certain things, or if people end up needing like support, like I'm gonna be like taking care of people's houses like while they're gone, or if they need me up there, I just don't know. And so I just wanted to say it now because with that going on and also me like recovering, I'm trying, because part of the reason why I would flare again like with the illness is due to stress. And so when stuff like this starts happening, I have to get rid of things that I don't need to be stressed out about, which if that's going to be posting a read to the channel, that's going to be posting a read to the channel, because there are too many other things that I have to do. I'm not gonna like dip entirely, but it's just like the posting is going to continue to be spotty until like kind of things stop like blowing up like in my life, which they just kind of have been since the beginning of the year. I've had like little periods of like, oh, okay, like things are calming down a little bit, and then kind of the next thing will come. And it's just been in my personal life or happening to me specifically, not so much things that are happening in the world. And so I would say hopefully this is the last thing, or hopefully what we're finding out on Monday is that, you know, my grandmother still has like a number of years. Like, I don't know like what any of the treatment or prognosis or anything is yet. So, but I just wanted to say that like while I don't have answers, that's especially kind of stressful. And so I just might be dealing with that and waiting for like news and like having like, do I have to go? Like, do I have to pack up? Like, do I have to like all of that stuff? I have to be ready at a moment's notice. And so that's just going to affect like my presence on the channel. So probably, because I don't know, I get so irritated. I don't know why I get irritated about posting things in my own community tab, but I like do. But if you don't see a post and I haven't posted anything like in the community tab, like saying why, and you're someone who cares to know, the reason why is just because either I had to go, or like someone needed me for something, or I was just too stressed out that day, girl, not in a girl, and I just jettisoned the post because I am gonna, you know, put my health and recovery and obviously processing stuff with my family ahead of posting the readings, right? But like, obviously I'm still gonna be here. It's just, I am still unable to be as consistent as I prefer to be with the posting. So I hope all of y'all are doing really well, because I have been seeing positive things in the reads in general. But as far as, at least for me, like things that apply to me during the reads, a lot of information was coming out at the beginning of the year about death synchronicities. I thought we were done with I was done with the death synchronicities, but apparently no, that is still going on, which it isn't too, like when I was saying it isn't too surprising. I read about it, and so it's sort of like, oh, but I thought that I had already dealt with like the personal thing that would pop up, because I knew that there were going to be like high level things, but apparently we are not done with that. And you know, I'm just hearing like, no, we're not done with it yet. And there, a lot of the positive stuff either seem to be happening simultaneously with the unfortunate death stuff, or it was happening after that, you know, those death things were over. Like no matter what form that took, whether it's someone passing in your personal life, someone passing at a high level, or death meaning some sort of transformation, painful transformation for yourself. And so anyway, that's just everything that I have to say right now regarding the channel. I'm just really behind on like the channel catch-ups, saying where I am with projects, doing the prediction wrap-ups for the first quarter of 2025, which is probably a decent thing because some things have kind of happened that were just a little bit outside of 2025. But now I'm just waiting on the biggest one, which is the prediction about something significant about beings or aliens, because that was tied to, in one of the later reads, that was tied to, like, I said it was probably going to be the Pope, but didn't know for sure, and then it happened. So now I'm just like, okay, now what about the beings, girl? Like, I'm waiting for that. And if it doesn't happen, you know, this year during the summer or whatever, we're just going to chalk it up to a flop from the beings, okay? But anyway, I just know that I haven't really put that stuff out there. It's not because I'm trying not to, it's because that all of that requires like energy as well. And it's just, I can bring through a limited amount with everything that's going on, all right?